Welcome back, guys, to our Pokemon Heart and Soul Nuzlocke series. Hopefully, everyone is having an amazing day whenever you're watching. So, last episode, we left off at beating the 5th gym leader and obtaining our 5th gym badge. And right after, we can pretty much go for our 6th gym badge right away. But before that, this episode, I wanted to backtrack to do a couple of side quests. The first of is obtaining the King's Rock so we can evolve our Poliwhirl into a Politoed. Right next to where you obtain the King's Rock, there is a Slowking who, if you interact with, it starts to rain and it gives you the TM for Rain Dance. Luckily, we already have Rain Dance on our Politoed, and as you'll see later in the episode, Rain Dance comes in very useful during the gym battle. But now that we have the King's Rock, I equip it to Poliwhirl. That way, once we level up at least one time, Poliwhirl evolves. And the way evolution items work for trade Pokemon in this ROM hack is at a certain level, trade Pokemon evolve, and Pokemon that evolve with an item and trade, they would evolve either the level up after the level requirement with the held item, and that's how we plan on getting Politoed. I also went back to Kurt's house so we could obtain more Pokeballs. Apricots around the region, they refresh every day, so I make sure to backtrack every now and then to stock up on apricots. But now that we have Politoed, my main goal during this mini side quest is to train it up and get it up to par with the rest of the team, because I do plan on using Politoed a lot going forward. Politoed is one of those Pokemon that I never really used growing up, mainly because I didn't have a means to trade. So finally getting to use one in a playthrough is very satisfying. And I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid and I'd play Pokemon, one of the main things I wanted to see while playing was the back sprites of a bunch of Pokemon, because I just found it awesome how the art is different from their front sprites. While trivial, I thought it was just pretty cool to see, because something about Pokemon sprites in the first several generations is just so charming. Part of it makes me wish Pokemon still use sprites to the extent they used to. But with that aside, we return to the ruins of Alph to complete the Ho-Oh puzzle, and this was the hardest puzzle so far. It wasn't super difficult, but it was a little tricky just because of all the intricate pieces in the artwork. But once we complete the Ho-Oh puzzle, we unlock the trapdoor, and once we fall through the trapdoor, there is an item that spawns, and that item is the GS ball. Now the GS ball, obviously it's linked to Celebi, so knowing that, I backtracked to Ilex Forest because I want to see what would happen with a GS ball. Now, during the trip to Ilex Forest, we talked to Kurt because he triggers the mini event with the GS ball, and he says to go check out the shrine in the forest, and I make sure to stock up on Pokeballs because obviously I know that this event is Celebi related, and I wouldn't mind catching a Celebi because I never had a chance to catch or find one in the games when I was little. And now that we encountered Celebi, I had forgotten that once you encounter a Pokemon for the first time in Nuzlocke mode, there is a little 1 in its text box that indicates you can catch it. And since this Celebi didn't have that number 1, it meant that I couldn't catch it, and I had forgotten. And because of that, I accidentally stayed in when I shouldn't have and got Magmar killed. So that was a pretty meaningless death, and I did check, and Generation 4 evolutions for old Pokemon are available in this game, so we just missed out on a Magmortar, That was all my fault. I really did fumble that. I didn't expect Magmar to die, um, but we do end up replacing Magmar with a special attacker that our team is severely lacking, and that's Kadabra. Um, I also looked it up, and we should be able to get a Alakazam pretty soon after badge number 6, because once we get the 6th gym badge, our level cap raises to, I'm pretty sure, level 41. And at level 41, trade Pokemon evolve by level up. Now that we give Ampharos the medicine, I decide to go to the gym and see if any of the gym trainers are available to battle. None of them are, so I decide to explore to the Safari Zone area so I could obtain more levels before the actual gym battle, because I don't want to enter the gym underleveled. Once we did obtain the 5th gym badge, the level cap raised to level 36. So that is the goal right now, to get the majority of the team up to level 36. And on the way there, we do get a couple of nice evolutions. For example, Trunks the Bayleaf is going to evolve pretty soon, and I don't think I've ever seen a Meganium back sprite in Generation 3, only the front sprite. So it's pretty cool that we now have Meganium in a Gen 3 ROM hack. Like I said before, I just like seeing the art style of the pixel sprites. We caught a seal too, and at first I was gonna name it Fisher, but then I remembered one of my favorite YouTubers, he used a dugong in the Battle Frontier Battle Tower Doubles Challenge, and there's a meme about it, and it's Dugang because, you know, Dugang. It's my favorite Pokemon on his channel besides his Tangela. But we're still exploring the Safari Zone area, and we find these mysterious cave entrances. And once you talk to the sages guarding those entrances, it's pretty clear to tell that those are post-game areas for Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza. I'll be sure to go back there later on because, you know, they're legendary encounters. But we continue onwards to the Safari Zone, and at this point, I'm pretty much sure that we won't get many more encounters, at least not until after this coming gym battle. Um, During my initial playthrough several months ago, I never explored this part of the game, so going into the Safari Zone, I don't know what to expect. I'm not sure if it's split into zones like in the Heart Gold and Soul Silver games, or if it's just a regular Safari Zone. But before we enter, we do find a Farfetch'd. We catch it, name it Ducks, and we find a Tauros. I wish we could have gotten a Tauros because that's one of my favorite normal types, but maybe later on during this playthrough. And here we find some merchants that sell some pretty cool items like the incense items and the vitamins. I don't plan on min-maxing my EVs for this Nuzlocke. It's more of a casual Nuzlocke. And once we arrive at the Safari Zone, I come to find out that it is divided into zones that are based on your in-game progression. And I don't plan on coming back to the Safari Zone simply because I want to keep it to one encounter for the Safari Zone, and I'm pretty sure all the rare dragon types and Larvitar are locked behind further in-game progression. So I just catch this Haunter and call it a day. And before we do our gym battle, I'm going to just do a quick grinding session, so I'll get back to you guys right after this montage. So after that quick grinding session, we got our team mostly up to level 36 and we taught Politoed Dig. Going into this battle, I thought it was going to be pretty easy to handle her steel types, but turns out she leads with a Skarmory, and her Skarmory hits pretty hard with a stab drill peck, and I didn't want to get confusion hacks with Swagger, so I switch out pretty frequently to Pokemon that I'm pretty sure can tank drill peck pretty good, but I keep getting really worried that it'll land a critical hit since it's already doing a lot of damage. A critical hit would kill one of my team members, so I play it safe and set up a Reflect, and I switch back into Politoed to hopefully take it out with Surf because I know Skarmory doesn't have high special defense, and thankfully we take it out and break through the confusion. But now that we have a +2 attacking stat, we take out Magneton with Dig, and we do the same to Corsola with 2 digs, and Jasmine, being so generous, sets up the rain for us so we don't have to waste our turn on Rain Dance, and we take out Steelix no problem at all. And at this point, I'm pretty surprised at how well Politoed is doing. It's single-handedly taking care of her whole team, so I make sure to play it safe and put Scizor to sleep to take it out with Rain Boosted Surf, and that's the gym battle. I'm so glad there weren't any deaths this episode, and Politoed is the real MVP of this gym battle. But with that aside, I have nothing else to share with you guys, so look forward to the next part. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you.